92.3 KRST. It's Bev, and I have Brett Young on the phone. Brett, how are you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
So good. I love that you say that. So good. It's not just I'm good. I'm so good.
I am. Life is good right now. I got a beautiful little baby girl that decided to say dad first, which I know every baby does, but I'm still taking credit for that one. And we're on the West Coast visiting family, and it's beautiful out here this time of year. So the only thing that can make it better is if I had a bunch of shows booked for next week. But other than that, we're doing great.
Yeah, we were supposed to get you in October for our balloon fiesta, and it was the last concert that I think Albuquerque was really holding out for. And then, of course, like everything else, that went away, and we are just waiting to get you back in Albuquerque.
That's the hardest thing about all of this is, it's hard enough not being able to tour, but those shows that you have to cancel or postpone, it just breaks your heart because, you get the messages from fans going like, this was my 16th birthday present, or, it's like, trust me, if I could be there, it's the only thing I want to do. So, that being said, the Balloon Festival, I mean, we'll just tell them to reschedule me for next year and I'll be there.
We already have told them that, and I think that's the plan.
Okay, well then perfect. I can't even wait. So
would you go up in a hot air balloon? Have you ever done that?
God, I haven't. If I probably wouldn't on my own because I'm kind of scared of heights, but if my wife was there, she'd probably make me do it with her. So I guess it depends on if she comes or not. I don't know what it is. I wasn't that way as a kid. I was, as a child, I was obsessed with Superman. So there were days where like we lived in one of those duplexes where like we were in like the main single story house, but there was like an apartment up above it. And my mom would find me on the roof because I'd go up the apartment stairs, climb on, and I had like my Superman pajamas with like a blanket tied around my neck, like a cape. And I'd be like ready to fly off the roof. So like as a kid, not scared. As an adult, I'm like, I don't really see the need to go up there.
So now that you're a dad, are you afraid that your daughter is going to grow up and be a daredevil like that? When you're going to be like, oh my God, I have to keep her alive.
Yeah, honestly, yes. Because my wife's very adventurous, and I was as a kid, and I almost feel guilty for having done it to my parents. now that I'm looking at my 9-month-old and going like, oh, if you're kind of crazy like your parents, it's going to be a handful.
So the last time I saw you we were hanging out at the pool at the Cabana in Vegas for the ACMs in 2019. I think it was the last time a whole lot of us all got together, and Your wife was pregnant, and you were so excited that you were fixing to become a dad. And now that you are, and you've gone on dad talk and stuff like that, tell us the before and the after. What's it like now?
People do a good job of preparing you. I think the most interesting thing is, you get so much advice when you're, like you said, preparing and anticipating. And I think a lot of it sounds like, a lot of it feels like things you can just ignore. You're like, yeah, I'll figure it out. Then you have the kid and you're like, oh, they were right. So I think you kind of, me personally, I was like, I kind of have an idea what's coming. I know some people are the opposite. They're like, I have no idea.
Right.
Those people are probably better off than me because I thought I had an idea and I was wrong. I wasn't even close. So I think it's better than I could have ever imagined, but it definitely is a lot of work. It's more work than you would ever think.
Yeah.
But you've never been more willing or excited to do the job,
Right. And inspiration for your new song, Lady, your wife and your daughter, Presley, who's 9 months old now. I watched the video the other day, and oh my goodness, Brett, you put together a video that just reached out to my heartstrings. She is so beautiful. And I don't know when I say that if I'm talking about your wife or your daughter more.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I don't know that anybody will ever have a better home movie,
right.
To show her when she's, 3 or 5 years old and really understands what that was. And I mean, I guess we have the pandemic to thank for that because we didn't have a choice about how to film that music video. And so, that was kind of God's plan for it to turn out the way that it did. And it's so special. The song itself was already so special to have for me, but to have that video as well. I don't know. We didn't even plan on releasing this song. This was kind of a happy accident. So it's been really fun to have these memories and have them cemented the way that they are.
Yeah, I love that you used your daughter's heartbeat in the song too.
Yeah, that was, I've been joking that, my wife was 8 weeks pregnant. So she was, 40 weeks. So 32 weeks old the first time she was on a radio recording, which I think has got to be some sort of record.
That's definitely a record. Great talking to you today, Brett. And you have a wonderful rest of your time with your family out on the West Coast in Seattle. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to get out there and be face to face with you all again. It's been too long.